Deep in the heart of a forgotten village, where dreams often faded before they even began, lived a young girl named Amina. At just 12 years old, Amina carried a burden heavier than her years could bear. But within her chest beat the heart of a fighter. Amina's family had very little. Her father was a struggling farmer, and her mother took odd jobs to make ends meet. The village had no proper school, just an old man who taught under a tree with a few torn books. The nearest hospital was a day's journey, and food was a luxury they often couldn't afford. Her little brother's death changed Amina forever. She vowed that she would find a way to change her family's fate, even if the odds were against her. Amina's hunger for knowledge burned brighter than the sun. She taught herself from scraps of paper and old newspapers she found while working in the fields. One fateful day, a teacher named Mr. Omori passed through the village. He noticed the determination in Amina's eyes and the brilliance in her work. He offered to teach her, but there was a catch: Amina would have to walk 3 miles to his school every day. Amina's parents were hesitant. Who would help on the farm? Who would fetch water? But Amina was relentless. She promised to work twice as hard, waking up before dawn to finish her chores. Her journey wasn't easy. She faced scorching heat, thorny paths, and the mockery of villagers who didn't believe in education for girls. But Amina was unstoppable. Amina's talent soon outshone her circumstances. She entered an essay competition on the theme, "What I Would Change in My Village." She wrote about building schools, hospitals, and providing food for every child. Her essay moved the judges to tears. Amina was awarded a scholarship to a prestigious school in the city. Her family was overjoyed, but not everyone shared their happiness. Jealousy and tradition clashed with progress. The village elders saw Amina's success as a threat. They tried to stop her from leaving, warning her parents that she would bring shame to their family. Amina said, "Education isn't shameful. Ignorance is. If you won't let me go, I will walk to the city myself. One day, I will return, and you will see why this is the right path." Years later, Amina returned to her village. But she wasn't the same little girl anymore. She had grown into a confident young woman, ready to make a difference. Amina's education had given her the tools to fight for her village's future. She brought back not just ideas but action, convincing officials to build a school, a clinic, and even start a feeding program for children. The village was transformed. Amina proved that even in the darkest corners, a single spark of determination could light up an entire community. Her journey wasn't just her own, it became a symbol of hope for every child in the village. Amina's story teaches us one thing: no dream is too big, and no dreamer too small. What are you willing to fight for? If Amina's story inspired you, share this video and help spread the message of hope.